My name is Alexander McCullough. I'm 22 years old. I will be 23 in February. I'm very special. My smile has been described as exotic. My philosophy in life is just have fun. When I was 14, I was diagnosed with a bipolar condition. It was considered non-serious at the time. They felt it could be controlled with medication. I remember talking to the doctor, Hana Swami. She's an Eastern Indian or Palestinian. I forget which one, but I remember that she asked me about personal things. Have you ever been sexually abused? No. Then there was the awkward silence of knowing. I didn't say anything to her. She knew as people in her position are trained to know. She prescribed equilibrium and Programol. I returned for counseling twice a week, and my mother left my father of 13 years 2 weeks later. I'm not even sure if he is still alive. When I look into the mirror, I am sometimes scared of what I see, especially if I've done a lot of partying. My eyes blazing with shadows, wild hair, and no smile. It's a condition that I can quickly erase with a lit candle, add foundation, hairbrush, eyeliner, etc. Madonna is the choice of music at such times, the old stuff. She helps me to trust in the future, even if I'm messed up in the head. My favorite colors are purple, pink, and black. My favorite poet is Emily Dickinson. My favorite club is the A Club in Tijuana. It's a famous one on the north side of Revolucion Avenida. It is very exclusive, no baggy clothes allowed. The women are fine and the men aren't too intrusive. Michelle and Cindy always come with me to dance. When we dance, we occupy the spot. We get the men so hot they pour money out of their pockets for our drinks. We always refuse their advances unless they have a really good attitude, well, and looks to match. We're not stupid. We know the fakers. We don't need cheap dates to get us off. We have our own money, and we three girls share a house. If I get a dick in me, it better be attached to an unlimited American Express Platinum card. Do you know what I mean? I do have one close boyfriend. His name is Aramis. He is an artist, entrepreneur, / Renaissance man. We hike together through the backwoods. I watch his back, just sleep with him, and I wash his back in the bath when we are both filthy. He says cool things like fear kills art and black lights a room best. Aramis is the only person I allow inside my heart, but we don't fuck. Sex would only complicate our friendship, and my friendship is essential to his creative process. I'm his protector. Sometimes Michelle, Cindy, and I like to go to the beach. We have this spot in La Jolla. We climb down a sandstone cliff and crawl over slippery rocks around to a sandy place hidden from the view of everyone except seagulls and lobstermen. We lie there to tan, nude, and read books. We swim. We drink Cabernet Sauvignon. We talk very little, since talking shatters the ambiance of our sacred closet in nature. Cindy makes drawings in the sand with her feet. She has really cute feet. She decorates her designs with seaweed, bits of polished driftwood, shiny blue pebbles, and effervescent pieces of abalone seashells. Her sandy blonde hair hangs long and loose, hiding her intense Parisian face. She works on her art. I listen to my portable music player. I play an album by Björk. The wind dies down to nothing save the mist of our ocean wafting through my nostrils. There is the distraction of a wave crashing. I stare into the azure pit, backlit by a waning sun. The water has ripples of green and golden flecks of covering motion to an instant explosion of stippled suds. The sun wanes. Cindy lights a candle in the middle of her sand art. Her legs spread open around her sculpture. Her dark blue eyes focus on the horizon. I take a candle from my bag to share her flame. I walk back to the cliff next to the sea and drip a puddle of hot wax on a stone outcropping. I set my candle in just the place where it can see. Share a flame, I whisper in my heart. The flame dances in response to my prayer. I turn and stare at the waning sun. Michelle is in the waves. Cindy assembles herself long, drawn out, and unfastened on a black blanket. I see her without looking as I observe Michelle dancing with the ocean. A pair of dolphins surface a little way out, breathing the way they breathe, exhale and suck in air. Down they elevate with a rolling fin to guide. Michelle dances, Cindy reposes. I crouch and consume the moment. There is sand between my toes. They are pretty toes. The warm rays of waning sunshine do not warm, but they are beautiful. It happens that the sun touches the water with a sizzle. Michelle's red hair glows, her arms stretch out. She reaches up and combs her curls with extended and perfectly manicured green fingertips. Then she shakes the water out with a practiced flip of her head. Water drops gleam on her shoulders. Cascades of jewels expand to the spectrum of our seeing. Michelle peeks through kitten green eyes to see if we're paying attention. She smiles broadly to show off. The sun lowers down into the horizon. He sits and forms fold. He shapes to one nipple, then he morphs back to an intersected oval. He shapes back to another nipple. I sip my wine. Cindy expresses a sensual ooh. A flock of pelicans glide a swell past our view. The sun makes a third nipple, and then fades to familiar dissipated color. Strange warmth comes on the breeze, and black shadows encase our cleft. Michelle stalks from the stage of her performance. The ocean shrinks away. The ocean swells. The ocean casts itself, heaving after her. The ocean misses her taste. I only smile my appreciation. Michelle towels herself dry. She applies lotion, and then pours a glass of wine. Light sparkles form on the edge of her glass. There's evidence of humor in her wayward pixie grin. She pulls a candle from her bag and shares Cindy's fire. She turns and bows reverently to guard her burning flame. She tiptoes to a moss-covered boulder near the tidal pools. Michelle drips wax and sets her candle in a guarded pocket of the storm-eroded stone. The moon is in her first division, too far south it seems. Venus is in her grasp. In the darkness, Cindy's candle spells shadow faces come from her sculpture. That's chapter 2 of my book, Katalina Translates, available at Amazon.com.